MBA students having skills, not just knowledge of theory, but also skills. So the only way to differentiate yourself as an MBA is if you can be skill oriented as well as management oriented. This is the biggest shift I have seen. The last year has been more driven towards skilling. I think most companies are realizing that they don't want just managers, but they want people who can bring something beyond just being a manager. I've been here for 25 years. However, I started my career in Mumbai in SP Jain Institute of Management and several other colleges where I taught economics. My journey to Chennai was thanks to the transfer of my husband's job, who was transferable from place to place. I subsequently did my PhD in IIT Madras and worked here in IFMR for the last 25 years. And have risen up from being a research associate to the dean. It was accidental that I became a professor. When I was doing my MA, I always wanted to join the corporate. I was very happy to move to Mumbai at the age of 21, and I wanted to join one of those B schools to do an MBA and work in the corporate. However, when I was taking a walk in the evening, I met a principal in my complex who said that we need an economist to teach a junior college as well as BA economics. Why don't you try it? It was instantaneous attraction to teaching, and there was no looking back.
I've been here for a long time, almost 30 years, because I found that I really liked it. So that's where I am, and I've been in other business schools. But IFMR, I came because I had an earlier stint in IFMR, a very professional institution. Gives you a lot of freedom to be whatever you want to do.
I am currently Assistant Professor of Economics at IFMR Graduate School of Business. Before joining here, I was doing my PhD in Indian Institute of Management, Bangalore. One which sets us apart from the different B schools in India is our mix of bringing the industry experts as well as academic experts into the classroom.
MBA students having skills, not just knowledge of theory, but also skills. So the only way to differentiate yourself as an MBA is if you can be skill oriented as well as management oriented. This is the biggest shift I have seen. The last year has been more driven towards skilling. I think most companies are realizing that they don't want just managers, but they want people who can bring something beyond just being a manager. So it's been easy good in, let us say, commodity trading, or easy good in derivative trading. So that's one aspect. Then there is the insurance sector, which more than 30 insurance companies are coming into India in the next 5 years. So the insurance sector in terms of skilling is an actuarial skill along with a management skill. So it's very important to have those in combination. Again, another very much wanted skill is data science, much beyond just data analysis.
I would say very simply, careers are becoming, you have technology merge with analytics is there in almost all the careers that are going to in HR, operations, marketing, finance. So there is emerging careers are coming up.
So in terms of summer internship, it is life-changing experience for them. Even today morning, I had a meeting with a set of students. From being naive and aggressive, they've now understood how to be strategic. So it's just that 8 to 10 weeks that they go to a company, they realize that they have to do everything. It's not that they are a manager with a corner office. They realize what it is to work in an organization. So we provide internships where you actually go to the corporate, you work on a project, you come back and present what you have done. And the evaluation is done 50% by the company, 50% by us. So in that sense, we also understand the learning that happens.
For MBA students, it's very important that they keep reskilling themselves. After disruption, there is always a demand for new kind of skills in the industries. And students or MBA candidates who are keeping themselves updated with latest development in the different domains always keep up with the pace. So my understanding is that if you keep reskilling yourself, that do help in reducing the risk of disruption in the labor market. And of course, as a B school, we do provide that sort of infrastructure which helps students in reskilling themselves within the coursework.
See, we have a compulsory entrepreneurship course in the first year where we introduce entrepreneurship to them. It's almost like the course is called Building a Rocket Ship. So how do you build a rocket ship? Entrepreneurship is almost like that. And we know from data, 10 times you start being an entrepreneur, only 1 time you'll succeed. So you have to really have the appetite for failure. You must have the tenacity of the mind. Unless you have that, you'll not be able to go ahead with that. Entrepreneurship is, how can I make something of an already existing product or service? Do I know to better it? And if we teach them that and they are able to apply that to the problems they see in society, we have done it. And we conduct boot camps, we conduct competitions, and of course lectures we do have, but I find that nobody is interested in the lecture at all these days. Everything is available on the net. So we conduct these competitions. We are in touch with the venture capitalists who are willing to fund good ideas, and that way we bring about the spirit of entrepreneurship.
We also get industry mentors. So this is one way where in your own field of expertise, you get to form the networking right away in the college itself. Same thing for marketing and for HR. The other thing we also encourage students is to get a lot of guest speakers on their own, and we encourage them to do it in their area of interest. So at least 10 guest speakers have been brought about by the students. We also have a lot of what you would call as the coffee table conversations, where we bring experts, just about 1 expert and 20 students who interact with each other so that they build connections. I mean, all the predictions and all the industry experts have been saying that probably the next 10 to 15 years will be the golden period for India as far as the opportunities are concerned. And we see a lot of companies setting up practices in India, and we see a lot of opportunities in the next 10 to 15 years. New jobs, new careers, many Indian dreams would be built in the next 10 years. So whichever institute students go to, I think it's a great period to study. If you can equip yourself very well and go beyond what is being taught to you, probably great careers are there for you in the future.
So NSE offers certification in trading. So that's another thing that we expose them. We have a trading floor, and in the trading floor, we teach them from basic trading, then we teach them derivatives, currency, commodity. So we go on to hedging. Everything is taught there. They are encouraged to have a small pot of money so that they understand how to work on it. So this is a second aspect which we have developed very well. It also helps them get a pocket money that they are able to make continuously.
So the data analytics field has transformed very quickly. We have come from a generation of decisions based on hunch or more of a personal belief to data-based decision making, and now we have transitioned from data-based decision making to AI-driven decision making, which is nothing but an advanced form of data analytics.
We are building a kind of a practice around it, in the sense that if we have 30 students in the first year and maybe 30 students in the second year, we also have mentors from the industry who are both from the alumni, who are about 4 to 5 years into the business. We also have mentors who are about 15 years into the industry from our alumni. Whenever a company comes for placements, that specific job role, we ask an alumni or a set of alumni to interact with the students. Alumni have done so well in the industry, so we've never had a company which has come to the campus and not come back to the campus when they had a vacancy, primarily because of the performance of our alumni. They've been a great asset. They are also involved in our curriculum review. They are always part of every area in the curriculum review. They also come, for example, there is a product management team. We collect alumni from different companies who are into product management. They have about a half-a-day workshop or one-day workshop on the what exactly is product management in different sectors and how do you prepare on that. So that's another thing that our alumni do. I think they are the biggest asset that we have as far as placements are concerned.
I think one message, I think your audience is mostly the aspirants of MBA. I want to tell them that you have done good work in understanding the concepts in your college and school. I think now it's the time that you start focusing on your communication skill, because when you will be facing the interviews in the next few months, a lot of the judgment will be on how well you communicate the ideas.
They have to look at what they can learn in the first 2-3 years, because there were days when the brand was very important as a launching pad. Today, with so much of changes that are taking place, the companies are on the lookout for the skill and for the attitude more than the actual brand. So initial first to 2-3 years, they should look at the skill sets that they are going to learn. Sometimes a startup gives you a much more exposure than a very big brand would give. So I would say just look at what you're going to learn in the first 3 years. That's enough to launch you in the career.